Hi and welcome to True Lies. Today we will show you the most beautiful and famous top 10 forts in the world. Derawar Fort. Derawar is a very beautiful and also a very famous fortress situated in the Punjab province of Pakistan. This amazing fort was built in the 9th century by the Raja Bati, who was a Hindu ruler of the Bati clan. The age of this beautiful defense structure is 288 years old. Nowadays this fort is one of the very interesting and best tourist places in Pakistan. Windsor Castle and Fort. According to UNESCO, the Windsor Castle and Fort is the largest castle by land in the world. This castle and the fort are situated in Poland and were built in the late 13th century. This castle was renovated many times, but the main design of this castle is the same as it was built for the first time. Fort Jefferson. A huge structure of bricks that covers 16 acres of the land of the Western Hemisphere. The age of this strong and beautiful fort is almost 175 years. In the old times, it was built around Mexico to protect the Mexican boundaries. This fortress was also a jail for the criminals who were arrested during the Civil War. This fortress is also very famous for its beautiful sea view, which is also very interesting for the tourists. Red Fort. Red Fort was a very beautiful and historical structure in India that was built by the great Mughal ruler Shah Jahan. It is a very famous fortress because the Red Fort was the main residence of the Shah Jahan and was built when he decided to shift the capital of the Mughal Empire from Agra to Delhi. This fort is also one of the best and interesting historical places in India. Gal Fort. Gal Fort is also situated in Sri Lanka and was built in the 16th century at the seaside to protect the Gal from warships. This beautiful fort was built in the golden ages of the Portuguese. This fort was also renovated many times, but the structure and main look of the fort are the same as it was built for the first time. Citadel of Aleppo. This fortress and castle are also one of the largest and oldest forts in the world, which is situated in Syria. The citadel of Aleppo was also built in the Great Ottoman times in the 12th century. Nowadays the condition of this fortress is very bad and partially ruined. The citadel of Aleppo is one of the best tourist points for tourists who like to visit historical places. Ranicott Fort. This fort is also very interesting because the Ranicott Fort has a great wall, due to which this fortress is also known as the Great Wall of Sind. The Ranicott Fort is also one of the largest forts of the world, which covers the 32 kilometers area of land. Now this beautiful fort is situated in the Sindh province of Pakistan, which was built in the 19th century. Alvantin derg. The Alvantin derg is also one of the famous forts in the world, which is situated in India. This fort is famous due to its height of 686 meters, which is equal to 2,250 feet. This fort is also very beautiful, but tourists mostly avoid visiting this fort due to its extremely high height. So we suggest that if you decide to visit this fortress, then must equip safety gear and must keep the first aid box with you. Amber Fort. Amber Fort is also situated in India, which was first built by the Raja Man Singh. The Raja Man Singh was the ruler of the Kachwaha kingdom in the year 1550. This fort is also very famous for its beautiful artistic interior and exterior design. This fortress is one of the most visited places by the tourists of India. Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle is also the most beautiful castle and fort in the list of our top 10 forts in the world. This castle was built in England under the rule of William I, William the Conqueror, in the 11th century. Windsor Castle is 951 years old, and it is famous for the royal families of birth who lives in this castle for 1,000 years. This castle is the royal residence of the Queen, and it is also a home of royal families, consists of 150 members.